to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Reynolds Razorback Stadium, home of the Arkansas Razorbacks. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Razorbacks will put total leather and we'll get started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Going for a big play right off the bat. Makes the grab down the left side. Here he goes. Touchdown, Rebels! He got a step and just dusted the field.
Forget establishing the run game. Go up top right now, play one, be aggressive. You told everybody all week, we're going to come out, we're going to be aggressive, and they are. They take the shot, they get rewarded. One play, one touchdown. What a start.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Makes the grab. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Leaves it with the back. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Razorbacks will try to pin them back with the punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Ready to send the offense onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at it. able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Goes to the option. He'll pitch it. Got the first down and more. Touchdown, Ole Miss! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And the big play starts with the quarterback making the right decision. Get the defense to come to him, pitching the football, and Jesse, the running back, catches it and does the rest.
He does, and he also had good blocking downfield, too. Some of those receivers outside helping him out, but, man, with his speed when he's on the perimeter, the options executed that well, it is virtually impossible to stop.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Well, you're seeing a complete effort right now by this football team. Their offense has been doing their part, scoring points. They've got a big lead, and the defense right now is just shutting the opponent out. So good against the run and so athletic, and they have the ability to rush the passers. You saw right there getting the sack. We're only in the first quarter, but they're right now winning this game in all.
It's a running room. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field.
We didn't have to work very hard on that one. There was nobody in sight as he rips off a massive run.
Sort of a mark of excellence for any back is yards after contact. Well, yards before contact can be sort of a badge of honor for that O-line.
Yeah, let's give them some credit. They got tremendous push getting hats on hats. They made that easy.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
They booted away on 4th down. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going and now right back to work. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And the Rebels can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first 2 plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on third down expecting him to get the ball again.
The Rebels come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Motion from the back. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Looking deep. He's got it.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
The Razorbacks line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Complete on the right side. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas! Big time touchdown there to get some much needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who are you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll go to the ground. Finds a little space. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. And the Rebels in the hurry-up.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
They're going to ride this running back. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Well, he did everything he could to try to avoid all those defenders, but at the end, it's still a negative play. Tackle for loss.
One defender, then the next one. The blitzing guy got a shot at him. Everybody had a shot. It took a while to get him down.
Yeah, great effort by that defense, not quitting on the play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting the backfield, making the play.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. Makes the grab. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
The Rebels are marching down the field. Off the play fake on 1st down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Long incompletions are okay. We got to take shots. You got to make big plays in college football. I love that you're taking shots. Keep taking them. Some of those are going to come home. Some of them aren't. But when they come home, they equal big-time points.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Pocket breaking down. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down.
And that's the extra feel you get with this dude. I mean, unbelievable job dropping back to pass, but understanding 3rd down, I can get it right now. I got a little bit of space right up the middle, pulls it down, runs it straight ahead, and goes and gets the big 3rd down conversion.
And the Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires toward the end zone. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. They're just making things harder now. It's 1st and 20. Hand off from the shotgun. Running like he wants that football as he gets to the 37.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the second. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. After run, now throw. Complete to the left. They stop him at the 22, 15-yard pickup on the play, and a first down just outside the red zone. They are controlling the ball. 9th play of the drive. He'll do it himself. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good second down situations.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They go to the ground. Headed to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Rebels!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get... this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the ACC, which is why this one is notable. Miami is running away with this one, thanks to an offense that may get its own 30 for 30 after this one. They're up by 28 over SMU. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you.
He's looking deep. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
Great job by the DB on that play. How many times in these types of deep ball situations do we see pass interference? That cornerback could not have played that ball better.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Snagged out of the air. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Floretta. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. And the Razorbacks decide to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays. Everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
The give on the inside. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. The Rebels want to pick up the tempo.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Unloads it left. Picked off. Taking it the other way. He's at the 30. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Razorbacks. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Man, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Ready to send the offense onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Complete.
And there you see the arm talent by the quarterback. Throwing a curl route into zone coverage, you've got to get the ball there quickly. And you saw the cannon this QB has.
And the Rebels come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Off play action. Got his man in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And some room to work. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
Quarterback on the keeper. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
Really nice job by the defense playing responsibility football, making sure the quarterback couldn't make any of his reads, making sure the picture is not clear, getting downhill, getting the quarterback on the ground.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Pucks it out of the air. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
The Rebels are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
Offenses that are great on 3rd downs, what do? Most of the time, they keep it in manageable situations where they're not predictable, not just dropping back to pass. They do it here on 3rd and short. They convert. This offense has been so efficient on 3rd downs all throughout this season.
And the Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Might as well give it to him again. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Ole Miss. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. He's into his happy place, the end zone, and he's been very, very happy because he's been there regularly in the first half.
Yeah, most people are happy with, several touchdowns in a season, but you just feed him and he keeps getting in the end zone, keeps piling up touchdowns. Those stats are just climbing up and up and up. Thank your offensive lineman. Take him out to dinner tonight.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Oh, he makes the catch. Few things on offense as reliable as a tough power back as he plows his way ahead to the 33. From the shotgun, they'll run it. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Razorbacks are in the hurry-up. Going to the ground is what the Razorbacks love to do, to move those chains with guys like Peyton Hillis and Darren McFadden.
Yeah, and you think of just Felix Jones along with the same era, just guys that toted the rock with some physicality, just tough guys that make you bring your lunch. When you want to come tackle them, you better bring it.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10.
Hey, 27, jump!
Gives it on the option. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Gives it on the option. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Well, that's their 3rd sack of the game, and we knew statistically coming into this game, this was one of the top 25 units in the nation getting after the quarterback. I just love how athletic they are up front, and they are giving this offensive line headaches and nightmares up to this point of the game.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Trying to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Blasted as he lets it go. Intercepted. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to...
Fires deep toward the end zone. And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete.
I know the offense came into this game expecting to have some success throwing the football, and right after getting a takeaway right outside of the red zone, they try to do just that. The one-on-one matchups are going to be there in this game. That time, though, the defense did a better job making a play, forcing the incompletion.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Looking left. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And what a drive this has been so far by the defense. Of course, they're in their own end of the field. They're sort of in that fringe area, and they forced 2 straight incompletions. If they could force another one right here and make it really tough on their opponent to kick a field goal.
Play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Going for it all. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. And he'll need to curl this one in from 44 yards out on the right hash. Good, right down the boulevard. They cut into that lead. It's now 28-17. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, a quick update on a notable game going on right now in the ACC. Miami is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about at the U for a long time. They're up by 39 over SMU. Any big changes in this ACC clash? We've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And they won't try another play, instead taking a knee, and they'll head to the locker room.
All right, well, the offense deciding not to get too risky and go in the 2-minute mode. They're just happy having the lead going into halftime.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Rebels will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They had a really productive first half, but in a game like this, they better keep it up.
You know, at halftime, the offense and defense separate, and they kind of go over their own adjustments. You know the offense was saying to themselves very quietly, guys, we're not going to stop anybody. We got to keep scoring if we're going to win this game. So the pressure's on them here in the second half, David.
Yeah, and you get the ball first. And so it's been a high-scoring first half. You get to go out here now and make a statement. Start this half, say, listen, we're going to keep scoring points, and then maybe help alleviate some of that pressure on your defense.
Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to fire on second down. Unloads to the wideout. And the incomplete pass was just too hot to handle.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window. And you just say, hey, defense won that rep. Good coverage.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
That's a frustrating start for this offense. At halftime, you know you're down. You got to come out. You got to create some energy, some momentum, get this side of the ball cooking, and you go 3 and out, and you punt the football. But now you're going to rely on your defense. You got to get the ball back, string some stops together while we're trying to figure out the offensive side of the football.
He's got it. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Offense ready to go back to work. Rides the back and leaves it. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Got a man, it's Cruz. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first, it's at the 37.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them, and they've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field. Really good decisions by the QB.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. With the catch, it's Burden. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And just no hesitation there by the quarterback, right? Primary target not open, so find your check down. Where's my running back? Yeah, I know I'm under pressure, and I know I'm going to get hit, but I'm not taking a sack. I'm going to find a way for us to get a few extra yards here.
And the Rebels can really attack on this 2nd and short. looking to fire. Going for the big play. He makes a grab.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
The Rebels are moving quickly down the field. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Rebels! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
35, Arkansas, 17.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
That last play is what you call a drive starter. They're out to the 47. It's 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? First thing you want to do if you're in a hole is stop digging. It's 1st and 20. Looking to throw. This time it's complete. Push down for the tackle.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down.
Military stunt.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Rides the back on the option to give. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. The quick out. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down. I don't blame them. They're going to keep working this guy out of the slot until somebody finds a way to stop him.
Yeah, and why wouldn't you, man? You find a matchup that's working, and you got a guy with this kind of athletic ability in the slot, dude. Keep finding him, keep using different routes. So far, the defense doesn't have an answer for him.
Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. Well, that's going to make it a little tougher. It's 1st and 20. He's looking to pass. The sweet feet buy a little time. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Offense getting set for first down. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Makes the grab. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
And the short completion brings up second down. Wants to go up top. He turns that loose down the right side.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready, they were disciplined, and made a good play on the football.
They're facing a third down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Breaks into the open. He cannot get there. It'll be fourth down.
It's unfortunate for this offense, guys. Had they not had the mental errors and mistakes early in the drive, they'd be sitting pretty right now. Even after that long gain on the running play, they've still got fourth down.
Splits the uprights from 56, and he's got 3 on the board. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, who knows how things are going to finish up in the Big Ten this season, but this is a game to keep in mind. Penn State handled its business today away from home. What a thorough beatdown. And what poise this generally young team showed. I think even other coaches will point to this one as what's possible. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This Big Ten battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Running into the open space. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
Really nice first down run, and you're seeing why this running back is an every down type back. He can run between the tackles, he can run outside, he can catch the football, he can block. This guy can do it all.
And the Rebels with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The give to the back. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
The Rebels just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. From the gun, running back gets to give. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
And the Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. They've been running it, but now the pass. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And they pick up just one. It'll be 3rd and 9.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. He's brought down the one. A play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Down to the 12-yard line, it's 1st down. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The corners are walked up tight. To the air on 2nd down. Using the quick game. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
These 3rd downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this 3rd down.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss! And the pummeling has started.
Defenses at some point are going to have to figure out how to slow this guy down because he already has 3 receiving touchdowns. We're only 4 games into the season. Nobody has an answer for this guy.
And he tacks on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's coming out of the end zone. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He's taking the shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Throws to the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
I At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. From the gun, wants to pass. Connection to the right. Big play, takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And the Razorbacks will have it 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires left. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. Off the play fake. Throws toward the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on 1st down and just about turned the thing over.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it, and what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. Out of the gun, the inside give. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
ACC action, fellas, and all week there's been intrigue about this one. Miami is running away with this one, thanks to an offense that may get its own 30 for 30 after this one.
Offense ready to go back to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Defense looks as if it's coming. The give to the back. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Rebels are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on 3rd down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on 3rd.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Off the RPO, complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. He saw man coverage, and the idea, just get it to my receiver as quickly as I can and let him work, David.
See man and see the cushion and see the guy backed up a little bit. Now I know I can get it to him right now and get a positive gain.
The run from the shotgun. Makes it past the marker. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
Intercepted, and finally this defense makes a play. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already got the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to have to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Flaletta. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. Second down, he'll throw it. Here's the pressure. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. The Razorbacks want to crank the tempo. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. The give on the option. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. A run for the quarterback. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Nice job by the defense on 4th. Bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. He'll take it himself. Got enough for the first. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
Well, his legs haven't been a big factor in this game up to now. He picks the perfect moment in the 4th quarter to rip off his longest run of the game.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. They'll move the wide receiver. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And the Rebels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The inside handoff. He's out past the 35. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
The Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee.